One punch, one kill. Wanna see it in action? Yeah, there goes the Abrams, dead, completely slaughtered. That's for all the punching you've done in lane. Oh, wait, what? Oh, 16-second cooldown. What the hell? Hello, everybody. We're live with yet another game of Alternus Eternus. GlutenSnake Strike has been deployed. One of those few items you see in GlutenSnake 7 games. We're now going to see it in Alternus 6 one. We are going to see... This is a fantastic item. It allows you to essentially insta-shot everyone, and we already have the first victim to it. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game. We do have Mimi and Chess here as our team. What do you guys think?
I think this is going to be a really fun game. It's going to be really interesting. You know, both teams very comped towards trying to get those punches off, and it's going to be a brawl.
This is hilarious. Like, I don't think we've ever missed 3 deaths in the first minute. Okay, that's a punch. Oh. But yeah, that's essentially the whole game. There's a couple of details we're talking about. So first and foremost, there's a lot of light melee abilities in the game. They all trigger Spirit Strike, which the GlutenSnake Strike item is based on. Oh no, the parry! The Ivy gets parried! This is, ironically, one of the most bloody early games that I've ever seen in any match that we've done so far.
Yeah, we have 3 Amber Hand characters on one lane, which is somewhat interesting. They're kind of seeding that mid lane with that.
Oh, interesting. I don't know what the game plan is here. This is actually peculiar. I mean, like, Haze is gonna be one of the strongest characters. Yes! Her invisibility and her sleep dagger. That's what she was the first pick. Her invisibility and her sleep dagger make her insanely OP at this because a light punch normally doesn't matter, like, at all for Haze, but it's fantastic in this game. So we need to talk a little bit about all the details, the implementation details, quote unquote. So the very first thing is that the Spirit Punch, the modified Spirit Punch, the GlutenSnake Strike, has a 16-second cooldown per light melee. So for example, this Viper, if he gets a light melee right here, he would not be able to kill anyone with it, right? You need to be able to time your kills. Wow, look at that! Strength, fantastic gameplay so far. How many deaths? 8-5, God. Oh no, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is why Haze is so OP. But unfortunately, you see the cooldown in the bottom left. It's just very, very difficult to chain kills. You have to work with your teammates. So that's the first way that we've balanced this. The second way, and we're going to see if it's valid or not, is it does 9,999 damage, which means that in theory, you can block it with a combination of Spirit Resist, Spellbreaker, etc., etc., etc. We're going to see if that becomes a big thing. But yeah, Mimi, can you tell us a little bit? You were in the Sapphire chat. Can you tell us a little bit what they're thinking about their strategies?
Yeah, well, one of the most interesting things that I want to point out, and this just kind of shows you how much these Eternus players know about the game, is apparently Viper is planning to rush Lightning Scroll. Weird choice, especially on Viper, but apparently the timing lines up perfectly that the Lightning Scroll stun procs exactly after the ult is over. So he's going to have a really big window to be able to close the gap and get a light melee in before they're even able to parry.
I mean, brilliant gameplay here. Oh no! Misses the parry window, still dies. My God. And yet another parry. Fantastic stuff. I mean, Strength is an insane player. It doesn't surprise me at all that he's doing so well. But yeah, another really interesting thing that I want to talk about in the blue team is that I saw the Sinclair picking up Trophy Collector. I think that is the right choice given how many kills have happened so far. We're at what, 50 to 11? That's actually insane. This is one of the bloodiest earliest games we've ever had.
Yeah, I'm also seeing something really interesting with the Haze here. It appears that the Haze's grand plan is to be a full map menace, going for the Fleetfoot, and just go from lane to lane, never giving them an opportunity to know where she's going to be cloaked, and get a light punch in, kill, move on.
But yeah, I see a lot of the Eternus players are saving for big items. I want to talk about one macro strategy that I think we're going to see a lot. We've already seen it with the Haze, and it is this idea of invisibility. I think a lot of strategy is going to hinge on the idea that one invisible character, getting that very quick Veil Walker, getting a very quick Shadow Weave, is going to do so much damage to you, because you're not going to be able to, you know, react to him on time. Yes.
Yeah, we already see so many players, their next buy queued is Veilwalker. It seems like everyone is planning to go for that strategy, and honestly, it makes perfect sense.
I mean, this has to be... This is surprisingly not our Halloween game, but yeah, that Viscous is going to be a menace as the game goes on. One of the few ways you have to do punches at a distance is Viscous, you know, getting those massive punches there. Of course, Alternus are able to parry them fairly consistently, but we're gonna have to see how much that's gonna work. That's gonna matter. Okay, this Mina gets that parry, does not matter, though gets counter killed immediately. I do want to talk a little bit about the bans. So, Mimi, why don't you tell us what the first bans were for both teams? Because we did have a draft for this format.
Yeah, so the first 2 picks were obviously Haze and Viscous, going to be super valuable for their teams. And the first 2 bans also would have been super valuable. Drifter, who his 1 would proc the GlutenSnake Strike, and Calico, who Lash, the Leaping Slash, would also proc. So make sure you get those out of the way. Don't want to deal with those, but unfortunately you can't ban 4, so we still have Haze and Viscous.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like, any sort of melee at a distance ability is so insane. Haze is de facto a melee at a distance sort of ability, if you think about it. But, yeah. We do have to talk a little bit about the other tech choice in the tree. You can go for Cheat Death, and this Billy has already pre-queued it. It might be the very first game where Cheat Death is actually a very, very good item. Can we talk a little bit about that, Mimi?
Yeah, of course. So, you know, the GlutenSnake Strike does have a decent cooldown. It's got an 8-second cooldown. So you get hit with Cheat Death, you lose, you know, somewhat die, but you're still alive, and you can immediately then counterattack and get a melee in while theirs is on cooldown.
That Hazel. Completely irrelevant Hazel. You know, it's going to be really fun to see. In terms of, like, character distribution, so it goes without saying that some characters really, really need souls to be, like, working characters, right? Like, for example, a 7 at 5k souls is not a very good character at all. What do you think are the characters that really need to be fed from both teams? Like, they need more than just the ability to quickly punch.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few, right? I think Abrams, you know, he's kind of there already. He's got his dash maxed, and he's got Phantom Strike, great rush. You know, I see where you're coming from. We do need to really discuss, do these characters really need a typical build path? I mean, we've already seen some crazy first and second buys from these players, so does it even really matter?
Yeah, I mean, we made Trophy Collector viable. Catcutin would be proud of us. I think. Hello, Catcutin. We love you. Now, oh, misses the Sleep Dagger here, and there goes. The Billy Splash light melee is so valuable in these situations, without a shadow of a doubt. He's trying to, like, play it careful. Do you think we're going to be able to see Transcendent cooldowns here?
I absolutely think so. I think that's going to be a very important buy. You know, reduce that cooldown on the most powerful item in the game. It needs to be done.
Yes. Now, we need to really talk a little bit about... as I said, the very first version of this had 9 million damage on the Spirit... sorry, on the GlutenSnake Strike. But then I was like, no, we need a version with 10,000 damage. And the reason why I said that was specifically to enable Spellbreaker to be one of the items that the Eternuses can pick up, to make the end game a little bit more interesting. Not make it just a one-punch sort of game, right? What do you think the value of Spellbreaker is going to be? Do you think we're going to see it, or do you think we're going to just try to see a lot of more aggressive options from the players?
You know, honestly, if we were to see it, I think we would have already seen it. As the game gets later on, they're just going to get more souls, and that, you know, sliver of health you're going to be left with after the Spellbreaker isn't going to keep you alive for very long. So yeah. I almost think that's not really the direction these players are going, and they'd rather just get other things like Veilwalker or Trophy or stuff like that.
And the game is diffused a little bit. I do want to note that there's still a lot of Guardians in play. You do a lot of damage to heroes with that GlutenSnake Strike, but you do not do any extra damage to objectives. Nice! Manages to get that very cool ult, but doesn't matter at all. The Mirage is there, the Mina was there. Okay. This Viscous is proving to be a freaking menace, not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of problems on both teams. I mean, if it's not clear, we already have 33 to 41 kills 10 minutes into this game. I mean, absolutely crazy numbers are coming out.
Yeah. I mean, a game like this is so insane in the realm of Deadlock, I think. But yeah, it's just going to be very interesting because they're so powered against heroes, but that doesn't mean they're better farmers. That doesn't mean they're better at killing objectives. It's going to be a very silly game for a while as these guys are going to try to, get all the items that they need. I do have seen a lot of counter spells. What do you think about that, Mimi?
I mean, I think it does make sense. A lot of these teams are all kind of going for stuns. So if you can counterspell that and get a parry off, I mean, more power to you. I see it making perfect sense.
Fortitude and Spellbreaker. We do see our very first Spellbreaker on this Haze. Trying to survive. I mean, 75% reduction means that the Haze can survive a hit if she can take 2,500 health. Right now she cannot, but I presume she's going to get more Spirit Resist. And it's going to be really funny. I was, I don't know if this is possible for us to see like what each kill does, but I'm curious if any kill in the game has happened for non-punch reasons so far. I think that's like a very interesting question. But yeah, first cheat death activation there. This is like a very interesting thing every time we do these Alternus Eternus sort of games. It's whenever there's like a tech choice like this, the other teams start copying it, even if that was not part of their original plan. They're like, oh shit, cheat death? We need to do that. Yeah. The light melees have been insane. Insane, I tell you.
I mean, it's brutal just getting walked up on by a Haze, completely cloaked, and you're dead. Just like that.
And it's gone.
And it's gone.
Oh, it's great. I mean, yeah, this Haze is a very inspired pick. Great pick there by the Amber team. Okay. Misses the stun. Is she going to be able to do anything? So I want to talk a little bit about this Bebop pick. So Bebop has a big problem, which is that you think, oh yeah, Bebop's like a fantastic character. He can hook you, and if he hooks you, he'll uppercut you and you're instantly dead, right? But the problem is that you have enough time to get a parry or a light melee between those two, right? So you do not have like the perfect timing. If you get light melee there, you do not get a chance to parry this Bebop. You need someone to like be babysitting you at all times.
Yeah, I was listening to the Sapphire's comms before our game started, kind of talking through strategy and everything. That's where I learned about the Viper. And they didn't want to pick Bebop because they essentially said it's a 50-50, right? You hook, you can parry right off the bat, or you can attack right off the bat.
Oh, you can't.
You straight gamble.
So yeah, Lycan and I were actually testing this last night as we were designing the game. These games are designed 24 hours before they happen. Why? Just in case you're wondering why they're unbalanced as fuck. But with our testing, we did not find that Bebop had enough time to parry. If he hooks you, he does not have enough time to parry right after. So you don't even get a 50-50. They get a guaranteed light melee, which is not great. At least, maybe we're really bad at testing, though. I'm not a Bebop player, unfortunately. 26-1. I don't know what that means. Is he 26 to what? Yeah, we're the best. Huh?
Haze HP, maybe?
Oh, I see. Oh, no, not at
No?
all.
No, she's at 2163. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyhow, we're gonna have to see. Maybe that was the very first activation of Spellbreaker. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this Haze and see if she's gonna be able to survive here. Oh my god, she's so low. She can die by normal means. She didn't even have to get punched there. But yeah, incredibly chaotic game so far. We have seen Amber not do great in that early game, but now certainly doing a lot better.
Super fun looking at all these buys that the teams are going for. A popular buy right now currently is Warp Stone.
Mm-hmm. Just to like jump up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of ouch.
Ouch. The Abrams got wrecked there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really similar, we typically don't see everybody in a game going for the same types of items, but it's all Counterspell, all Veilwalker, all Spellbreaker, Cheat Death, Warp Stone. Those are pretty much the items everyone has.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting. It's proving to be a very, very interesting game so far. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about the Bebop. The Bebop actually is forced to cheat death, and the Billy manages to back out. Very well done by the Billy. Good utilization on that cheat death. Cheat death and transcendent cooldown are going to be so key in terms of your late game defense. Yeah. God, this Haze has been
brutal.
a menace. What are we at? I can't see what 24-6. Insane. Legitimate. I mean, strength is an E6 player. Wouldn't expect anything less from him, but yeah, insane. This is actually a very interesting thing. We do see this Billy has decided not to go back despite only being at 300 health. Normally it's a death sentence, right? But does health matter? Like, do you understand what I'm saying, Mimi?
Yeah, either you're at full or it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. Right?
Between half health and 1 health, it's not much difference.
Yeah, like the insta punch just changes the whole meta of the game, so you might want to just stay up. Fortitude, which seems like, oh, a great pick. You want the Haze to stay over and over. It's like, yeah, no, it matters more for the speed that you get than for anything else. Wait, does Fortitude still grant speed? Oh no, doesn't have a punch. Doesn't have the punch. The whole thing doesn't have a punch. I mean, so far, I mean, both sides have been playing very well. Of course, Amber has a little bit of an advantage. No! Did you see that? That's actually hilarious. The Magician does not have enough damage here.
Oh,
He's just dying to normal means. Dying to normal means. Yeah.
I mean, this is a really fun game to watch. It's very chaotic. Don't know when someone's gonna get punched out of nowhere. Like, this Haze absolutely getting pressured here.
How naughty would it be to press commands and just add Soul Rebirth to everyone? Without anyone noticing. That would be fantastic. But yeah, no, I mean, these exchanges are why this game is so fun. I didn't want it to be just like a one-punch sort of thing. I want this spell breakers. I want these cheat deaths. I want all these opportunities to exist. So the game is just like fun, right? And not just like who gets to punch first.
Yeah, this Haze, it's crazy.
The Haze is like insane. Return fire. Why do you think a return fire here?
I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I don't really get it, but
oh, I see. 25% spirit damage return means that if you punch the Haze for 9,999, you immediately die.
There you go.
Well.
That makes a lot more sense now.
God. That's actually like a very interesting choice by the Haze. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We should check if anyone else is picking it up.
You have a lot of return fires. Haze, Mirage, Ivy, Magician, and there might be a few others, but it seems very popular so far.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Man, this game is a test of reaction time. The amount of kills that I've seen where it's just you run up on somebody, they're running towards you, you're running towards them, and you just punch them out of nowhere, and it just works.
Oh, this Holiday manages an incredible escape here. Yeah, this is... So, I mean, we're nearing the 20-minute mark. This is the point of the game where deaths actually really start hurting. 30-second... Not to say that deaths don't start hurting earlier in the game, but a 30-second death timer means that, you know, you as a team are going to have a lot less capabilities now. And it matters a lot for mid, too. How chaotic do you think mid is going to look?
You know, I heard that the item doesn't work on mid, so I think it's going to be a pretty regular-looking mid. I don't even know if they'll go for it just because of the risks.
I mean, like, look, I know it doesn't work on mid boss, but what I'm saying is, what is a 6v6 mosh pit fight going to look like?
Yeah, Ern's tricky in this game mode, right? I mean, you're ready for your parries. You gotta be careful of where an enemy might be. It's tough to go for if there's...
Oh, the Phantom Strike goes beyond the radius. That's actually insane. The teleport, because if you started beforehand, the teleport follows. Interesting. But yeah, big fight happening here. The Viscous is trying to cue it so it hits right after that cheat death. A little bit of healing happening here. I mean, yeah, that cube is also a very valuable part of the Viscous kit. And I don't know how hard it is. I think I've done it in the past, but I imagine it is very hard to get a light melee on a Viscous ult, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah, usually it's like, why would you do that? But, you know, in this game format, it makes sense. But the Viscous ult also has 60% resist. So with a Spellbreaker, you probably survive a hit. which is so important. Okay, the counterspell does not work here. Both people exchange their cheat deaths, and there's going to be a little bit of an assault for the walkers. The walkers have been a little bit bruised, but not almost at all damaged here. And suddenly, there's a little bit of an assault happening on walker number 1 here.
Yeah, it's almost like these guys are building purely to either be able to punch or survive a punch, and they have not been working on anything that could work on objectives. So I'm not surprised that we still have a lot of objectives so far.
Yeah. Oh no, misses that misses that bola. That's gonna be but gets a huge punch using that slowing hex. Very, very valuable stuff here. Yeah, it seems like the assault has been repelled though. Nice. Very good stone form, and does manage to trade a kill for a kill. Very well done by that Ivy. Yeah, do you think Comrade is being
here?
Yeah, do you think Comrade is being thrown off of his game by the fact that he cannot farm as much as he would like?
Very possible.
Very possible, poor Comrade. No, I mean, Comrade is doing fantastic. He always does. 7, 12, 13, that's actually not a bad score, not gonna lie. It's just Strength is dominating so much. And I don't know if this is, like, Strength is an incredible player. I think it's the Haze. The Haze is just so fantastic under the conditions of the game. And that Viscous is gonna die here. He does the Spellbreaker, does trigger that. I don't think did you see that? I think that 7 just survived off of Spellbreaker Resist. It is entering that stage of the game where you need 3 punches to kill anyone, and these Eternuses are gonna have to figure out alternative plans.
Yeah,
like
really
not being on the
see.
shop by yourself. That's an alternative plan. It's gonna be really interesting to see how the Eternuses are gonna adapt. I don't know if we're gonna see more quote-unquote normal builds. We do see Capacitor here. Capacitor here to defeat the cheat death. I'm liking this choice. What do you think about that?
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? You just kill off that cheat death much faster and confirm the kill before they have the time to react. I think it's a perfect buy, especially on Haze.
I'm ashamed to my family.
Maybe Curse? I don't know.
Curse? Curse might be interesting. I mean, you can still punch during Curse.
Yeah, but it would eliminate her being able to Sleep Dagger or, you know, Cloak Away. It might have some utility, but I think there's more important items that these players want right now.
Yeah, like, for example, a second invisibility. That's what the Haze is going for here. I don't know about that one, but, I mean, when you're 41k and ahead of everyone else by this much, well, just pick up a second invisibility. I'd pick Shadow Weave other than, not Veilwalker, but, you know, you do you, bruv.
Yeah, I do think the later we get, the more Shadow Weaves we'll see. I think it's just a bit too expensive when other items like Spellbreaker or Cheat Death are just so much more valuable.
Yeah. I mean, this Mina is actually damaging people without needing the ult. And she does survive using that Spellbreaker and her Spirit Resist. And she might be able to get out here. No, not at all. But yeah, it is entering that stage in the game, which I really, really think is going to make it really fun.
I almost wonder, you know, with how long objectives are taking and all of that, I almost wonder if there's a new meta that will kind of emerge where you just kind of build a kit that allows you to kind of stay away from those melee range fights, and you can just do a lot of damage from range because they're not buying traditional resistances, they're not buying traditional damage, and if they're not doing that, there's a way to counter it.
You know, that was like the one thing that surprised me during the draft. You know what 2 characters I thought we would see during this game? I thought that it was like a space to pick Talon and Vindicta. Because, yeah, they would suck early game, but... And I mean, suck early game, I think that's an exaggeration. Both characters have ways to, you know, between the curses and the tethers, they do have ways to be good early game. But, like, right now, just the ability to fly up and not be killable, that's valuable, that's valuable. Yeah, the first...
I do think our players were a little tunnel visioned on trying to build these melee kits. The Sapphire team did briefly consider trying to go McGinnis just for the objective shred and the wall. They thought the wall could be useful, but elected to end up not going for that.
Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna see the trick yet again, and there it is. Beautiful trick, by the way. It is clean. I do like it. It's actually very cute. I guess I just have never seen lightning scroll on a Viper. I mean, this is one of the things I really appreciate in these games. The fact that we see some items that you would never see overall, like cheat death, but also items you would never see in a specific character, because lightning scroll is a very good item. You see it in like 15 different characters, but really not on everyone.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm just thinking of like ways to ensure the kill happens. Maybe Spirit Burn is the correct one. Like Spirit Burn, the duration extends way above.
The cheat death would, yeah.
Yeah, what cheat death would. Like just a way to kill people with cheat death. And I'm curious who's gonna be the very first person to figure that one out. Because what's happening right now is the punches are, you know, lowering the health massively of the players, but they're not one-shotting them anymore.
Right.
In part because of the spell breakers and whatever. But maybe like a Spirit Burn is that all you need, or a Mystic Reverb. Well, apparently you don't use that. We're gonna have to see these assaults in the walkers. I mean, yes, it's true that you don't do a lot of damage to the walkers, but still, these massive deaths that are happening. What are we at right now? 98 to 86. This is like,
oh jeez.
I mean, this is like the same as like the GlutenSnake's tomfoolery sort of event, like the 2v30 events that we do. That's like the sort of deaths that you have at minute 30. This is not the deaths of the normal game of Deadlock. Oh no! The parry! The parries! Oh! Fantastic, fantastic. And the 7 does manage to get out. Very well done by him. Is there going to be a counter assault here? I think he's just going to try to kill the walker. And no, he does Phantom Strike. No, sorry, Warp Stone, rather. And try to get a pick there, but fails. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do here. I think you have to back.
Here. And, you know...
Oh, massive.
Oh, no. This is the pain of the Haze. You just...
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Oh, well, good. Very good counterattack there. Very good counter defense.
But somehow the Haze still just does not care.
Yeah, I mean, the Haze has Echo Shard now for her daggers. That's insane. That's insane.
I mean, no contest, clearly, tonight's MVP has to go to the Haze. This has been a crazy performance.
Strength, incredibly powerful. By God.
I think a mistake there by the Abrams trying to get that heavy punch in. Just force of habit, but all you need is a light punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, God, this Haze has been... like, legitimately terrifying. Well, what else do you think she could build here? She has 14,000 souls. That is another walker, and I think there's going to be a whole bunch of Amber counterattacking on the other walker, too. Misses the capacitor, though.
I think it hit the minion.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it hit the minion. Unfortunate. Yeah, capacitor aiming is kind of funky, not going to lie. And we do see Amber is doing a very big attack right now.
They're going
with
mid,
50k. Are they going mid?
Haze is gonna try at least, but...
See, normally Haze does enough damage, but I mean, look at that. It's pathetic. The whole bullet dance doesn't even get like... Yeah, no fire rate, right? Yeah. The whole bullet dance does nothing to mid. Is there going to be a counterattack? Don't think so. The Ivy was just started. Yeah, what's your big face?
-1.
-1. The Amber team is a little bit diffused. They're doing like the classic mistake of having a 40k lead and deciding to like just wander around the map instead of the big fight. Okay, that's a very good first pick there by the Billy. The Billy does manage to get another big stun there. Yeah, that's a pick on the Sinclair. I like again.
It's a good turnaround.
I mean, like, yes, it's true that Sapphire is 40k behind, but does 40k behind matter if you get one punch everyone? Like, what is the soul difference at the end of the day? What does that matter? Nice. Like, this Billy's doing God's work in this sort of situation. He does get a parry on the Haze! The massive parry! But that doesn't matter. The capacitor is enough to block him, and that's a very big defensive resource. We do already see 4 people down. I think this is at least Shrines.
I think certainly at least Shrines. I do wonder if they do just try to stick it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this
He's getting greedy.
Yes. Oh, what was that? What is that
Man.
Mina doing? Very greedy from the Mina.
Now they are out of rejuves, though.
They are out of
Haze
rejuves.
Has to back, no health.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this is not enough time for you to have, like, a big advantage at Patron falling, right? The Shrines may die, the Patron is gonna die, but you're gonna have a 6v6 at Patron unless you manage to get another pick right here, right now. The Abrams is looking for something, gets only to half health. That's not very good. The Abrams is how we're managing to resist all these hits, and we're gonna have to see. Patron is down.
Oh, the hook!
No! Oh,
Wow.
no! Oh no!
That was a fan, and the holiday goes down too.
I think this might be game.
I think this
We're
might
gonna
be
have to
it.
see. Seven is looking to see if he can do anything here. Launches a very big ball. That ball is gonna do so much damage. A lot of parries everywhere, and that's another pick. Massive, massive, massive. The Billy comes in, though, does manage to get the pick on the Mina. The Sinclair is dead, but no, no. Is this gonna be enough? The deaths are not gonna be enough. He gets it.
GG.
I've been told by several weebs that the One Punch Man Season 3 sucks, so I hope this was a lot better than it. Anyhow, don't forget to check out our other Alternus Eternus videos, such as our recent ability draft. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.